Yo yo, what's up KP squad? It's your boy Kawaii Porpoise and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another anime discussion with my pals Frankie and Cannon. YouTube sub and cross, by the way. Go check him out even though he has no videos. Wink wink. Anyway, today we're going to be discussing some of our favorite or most inspirational anime character growths. Or character growths in anime. Let's get right into it. Catch you over there.
I am so happy that everyone's here and able to join me today. So today we're actually talking about anime character growths, or what, we think are some good anime character growths. This question was brought to you by KP John there in the my right hand corner. On top of that, yeah. So, also, you may have noticed that I'm sitting a lot higher than normal. Why is that? Because my gaming chair...
Guys. Oh.
Oh.
Just a heads up, my Wi-Fi is kind of crap today, so, you guys cut in and out a lot for me. Like now. Okay, so the question, I was just thinking about the first one that I had in my mind. I was thinking of that, and I was like, I wonder if we could talk about that, how, there are some characters in certain series that they have, a character growth, and it's, either inspiring, or maybe it's just wow, that was, pretty good character growth. I like that. So, stuff like that.
Yeah, so we all, I wouldn't say we all, I'm pretty sure we all have our favorite anime character developments, some, sorry, I know some of us, what's the word I'm looking for? I know some of us just, resonate with certain characters when they go through their character development. Like, for example, Zuko. I felt like he had one of the best character redemption arcs that I've seen so far. Yeah, he was a Fire Nation prince that basically got
dishonored
because,
dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow,
dishonor on your family. But yeah, Zuko, dishonored prince, and he felt like the only way to regain his honor is to hunt down the Avatar, because apparently that's what we do in the Avatar universe, And then Azula rose up with her crazy fine self and just saying,
No.
Yes.
No.
I blame Shigo, honestly, for the reason why I like some crazy goth
women.
The
bad bitches.
Yes.
I don't even know if you can handle one, to be honest.
I will actually try it. I would genuinely try to make sure I can, handle them. Hey, yo, my me. So, anywho's.
Yeah, let's say. Anyway, let's get back on topic here.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to
You don't want to talk about bad girls, boss bitches with the fat ass?
Maybe in another episode.
Or just talking about some baddies. Hey, Azula.
I can't think of anything.
Can I get you? Besides Azula, Shigo, Raven from Teen Titans, Raven,
So
you
not
can
per se baddies, but goth girls.
Yeah.
You said Jinx
So
from
far,
Teen Titans too, I guess could fit into that.
Yeah. Be like, hey Raven, you can Azrael Mithran Zenithus my face off if you want to. I'm just saying.
Oh.
So anywho's back to the main topic. Which one's that?
You're from Spy X Family.
She can kick the shite out of me anytime.
She can hold a knife to my throat in the alleyway, and I will thank her. Anyway.
She can kick. It's like in the manga, she kicks the crap out of some guy where he just somersaults in the air, and I would try to stand back up harder.
Harder, mommy.
Oh, so much
kick my ass.
So much demonetization.
I know, within the first 5 minutes. Anyway.
9 minutes, or 10 minutes, actually. You're right, 5 minutes. Anyways, but then he just comes to realize, I don't need that, What I need is the respect of myself. And I only need that respect. So, to loop us back to the question.
Yes,
All right,
please.
KP-chan.
What,
All right,
time for
KP-chan.
me to say one?
Yeah, lead us off. I
Okay.
just gave an example.
Oh, I thought that was one of yours. Okay, well, anyway. So I'm
No.
gonna start off with the first one that I ever thought of and that arose this question for me. And some people beg to differ with it, but I immediately thought of Bakugo. You know, because, like, I know we already talked about it before, but, you know, he goes from being, like, I don't know, like, just so, in a way, toxic. Yes, a hothead. Very angry, toxic man. And now he's, like, not, I guess, I don't know how to put it, like, or he's willing to, I guess, like, not be as hot-headed, you know? Obviously, he talks to Deku like an actual person, in his own way, of course. He's, like, acknowledging that his friends are his friends rather than just these extras that are just people that keep talking to him. He's actually, like, you know, being friends with them and stuff and whatnot like that. And I was like, look at him, look at the baby, he's grown, he's talking to people. So, like, yeah, that's, like, the main one that I thought of.
So, yeah.
What?
You froze up.
I know I did. But I'm not saying it again. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding.
No.
We could hear you, just we couldn't really see your mouth move at all. You were frozen like mid-scratch.
Oh, okay. At least you could hear me. So, okay, we're good then.
Alright. Yeah.
I can't hear you guys when you freeze up, so that's gonna be great.
But yeah, that is an actual good example of, you know, somebody going through their, you know, somebody from anime going through their redemption arc, or, you know, their character development actually works wonder, and they're not just like this, I guess, this angry, sparky boom man that he was at the beginning. It's like, shut up, you nerd, right? He still calls Deku a nerd and all that, but he's still, or Deku.
In a way, he hasn't changed, but he also has changed, like, for the better, I guess. But his, like, personality.
Yeah, his grammar, his speech patterns are still the same, but, you know, his character development actually was, you know, was a thing. It was great, but not as great as Zuko's.
Okay.
Because they're both hotheads. Well, one, it doesn't really control fire. He just has explosions.
Yeah.
He's basically a
nitroglycerin.
yeah. He is basically a Megumin, but he can do multiple explosions instead of just go like explosion and then just cops out.
You want to hear a fun fact about nitroglycerin?
Sure.
It helps prolong boners.
Hey,
fun fact.
Christian Minecraft server.
I don't care.
Anywho, just zooming past that comment.
Yes.
So, keeping up, if you don't mind me going, Candidate.
Go ahead.
So, keeping up with that, actually, he actually mentioned one of his preferred ones was Endeavor. Right? I didn't like Endeavor. At the beginning, I didn't like him because, you know, he's this hot-headed son of a gun who basically was like, I want to surpass All Might, Shoto, right?
He was a flaming arsehole.
Yeah, flaming arsehole. He's also hot-headed as crap, but he's like
flaming hot garbage.
Yeah, a lot of flame jokes today.
I don't like
he's a flamey old boy.
No redemption arc can save him in my mind.
But I can see where he was coming from, because I guess he was number 2 all his life, or at least all his hero career, because All Might, the GOAT of that, and during the first 2 seasons, because, you know, All Might put everything on his back because he felt like since he was the one that had this power to stop All for One, he felt like it was his responsibility to carry the weight of the world, or at least the weight of Japan, on his shoulders. And like, he was known worldwide as one of the world's greatest heroes, and I can see that. why Endeavor did the things he did. Do I agree with it? No. Do I agree with family trauma that messes up your kids' lives? No. Am I speaking from experience? No. So what he did was he found someone who has the opposite quirk, which is Shoto's mother. With him doing that, he's like, well, I'm going to try to make the perfect being that can rival All Might. So that way he can surpass All Might. First attempt, failed. Second attempt, failed. Third attempt, failed. Fourth attempt, fourth and final attempt was Shoto! Right?
He scared the crap out of me this morning when I woke up, by the way. Anyway.
What'd he do? Just stay there?
I like looked over, eyes barely open from waking up, and I thought it was a gremlin. Opened my eyes real quick, it's just Dobby. Which, what's the difference anyway?
Well, you can feed him after midnight. But Dobby, right, his quirk is combustion. I believe that's what it was called.
That's what they're calling it, but
Yeah.
I think it's actually something else.
We
But,
haven't actually gotten it confirmed what his quirk technically is called.
Cremation,
I
apparently.
just call it blue flames. Yeah, it's like cremation flames, but like I call it blue fire.
Well,
blue
they
flame.
call it that because Dobby is a word in another language I can't remember right now for cremation. Yes.
Apparently, it's Hebrew for dearly loved. No,
That makes it sadder. Oh no, I'm gonna cry.
If you look on his Wikipedia page, though, it says that his name means like cremation, I think, in Persian or something.
We're weebs. This is what we do. We argue. We fight. We talk about anime.
People are gonna keep talking about what it possibly is and what it means. We need to know.
Yeah.
Hell, I mean, the word quirk for my hero came about because of fan translations.
Mm-hmm. The more you know. So then, after All Might retired, or was forced to retire, dang you, Deku! But granted, the power was destroying his body anyway, so he had to. Endeavor had so much pressure put on him, I guess, due to, the world now looking at him as the number one hero. And now that he got that title, he was like, well, I'm here now, what do I do? Right? And then...
And he hated that he became number one just because number one had stepped down. Like, he wanted to earn that shit. But instead, number one stepped down, so there you go, Endeavor. And he's like, great, thanks.
Yeah, he felt like he didn't earn that title. So he was like, hey, guess what? I'm trying to be a better dad. And to me, I don't think it's ever too late for a dad to try to be a better dad. He basically was like, I want to try to rebuild or patch things up with my family. And Shoto, not gonna lie, Shoto wasn't having it. But I see that Shoto was trying to patch up his relationship with his dad, hence why he worked underneath him, hence why he was learning the new techniques and everything that Endeavor did. So Endeavor humbled himself out. He was up here, he brought it down here. And that is one of the coolest anime, or not coolest, but that's one of the coolest My Hero character developments that I've seen so far. Anywho, but yes, that is one of the character anime redemptions that I remember. Alright, Canon8, you're up.
If he's able to talk, he's muted at the moment.
Baby, come back. You can blame it all on Chris.
What?
It's a joke. It's a joke. It is a joke. Please continue editing for me. Ooh woo.
Anyway,
right.
Canon, you can go ahead and talk about your character development stuffs.
Okay. Well, my first one is, since you took my Bakugo one.
I'm sorry, it's the first one I thought
of. I'm guessing I'm just gonna go with Vegeta for my first one.
Vegeta.
Technically, Vegeta's going through one right now.
Again?
Yes, again, in the manga. I'm talking about his first one, when he goes from being that bratty Prince of All Saiyans, going from that to the, still kind of a brat, but less egotistical, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny, especially considering that Goku helped him through that one. and his newer one, his Goku's dad technically helps him out through this one.
Yeah,
But yeah.
okay.
Vegeta's very first character development, character redemption, technically arc. I really liked that because, I mean, like I said, I like Vegeta. He's one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters.
But can he beat Goku though?
We don't want to get into this. Shut up.
Yeah, we're not going to get into this right now. Yeah, Vegeta's first character growth. I think that was like right about the time I started watching Dragon Ball again. So that kind of made me like it even more. It was also what made it stand out a lot more, was because it was happening as I was watching Dragon Ball. So yeah, I can't really figure out how else to keep this going.
Now it's my turn to like basically grill you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know with Vegeta, I like Vegeta. He's one of my favorite characters, in Dragon Ball Z as well, because Goku's cool and all, because he has so much plot armor that it's not even funny.
Yes,
obviously
for his achievements.
Yeah, he has all this pride, and then after being humbled by Goku not once, not twice, 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus times, he's like, you know what? Just because he has plot armor doesn't mean, great Super Saiyan. I'm already a better dad, right? He nearly destroyed the universe just so that way he can fight Jiren, and guess who's in his universe? Chi-Chi. He literally puts his family in danger. But to me, yeah, so many times. To me, Vegeta has better character development and character sense, in a way that, he's like, hey, I know I'm not the best at it. I know I keep saying I'm the Prince of all Saiyans, but unlike other people who was just pure luck, I have to work for my talent, and that's why I like him. But not gonna lie, Goku did put his 5-year-old son in danger, left him in the hands of somebody that tried killing him. On top of Piccolo is a better dad than to Gohan than Goku. Those are other topics that we can talk about later down the stream. That is my hot take on Vegeta, right? So here, it's one of my favorites, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. This man, right here. The GOAT of this anime series, right? He is the true main character, right?
But he's the lion. I thought Marlon was the goat. Or Gother was the goat.
Gother is the goat. Merlin is the
boar.
The Orson and Gluttony. You good, KP John?
I'm bored. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm supposed to here and take a nap.
We're talking about Dragon Ball. I'm sorry.
I don't know it. Also kept freezing, so I had to escape from full screen.
Yes, almost said All Might. Escanor, the Lion Sin of Pride. Why am I talking about his character development?
Yeah, why are you talking about it? I went first.
Technically, I went first.
No, you gave an example, bitch. I went first.
But technically, I gave an example.
And then Cannon went.
Fine, then you give another one.
No, I don't care anymore. Go ahead.
So Escanor, Alliance and a Pride, as I keep pointing to the same thing over and over again. What makes him so special? It's fine. If I could, I just put him on your screen. But anyways, so why is his character development a thing? Or, why am I talking about it? It's due to, because I think in the series, he had one of the better ones. Because starting when he was younger, he was this prince. And, he was like, oh, man, that's cool. And then either he had another brother, or he had another brother. I forget if it was younger or older. And basically, when I think he hit 10, 5 or 6 or 10, somewhere around in that age group, or somewhere around that age frame, his powers showed up. Which, if you don't know his powers, it's sunshine, And as Merlin explains, as the sun goes across the sky, he becomes stronger and stronger until he becomes the strongest being alive at the peak, which is noon. And for 1 minute, he is the strongest man, or strongest being alive. So why am I talking? So why his character development is a thing, right? So he was chased. He was called a monster due to his power. He didn't like his power because he chased people away. Anytime he defeated a monster for a village, they were scared of him because he's just beating up these guys or beating up these monsters and all that with his bare hands. And everybody was scared because, he looks like this big hulking monster, right? And then it wasn't until Meliodas and Merlin came along. It's like, hey, we want you to join our crew. Or he was like, hey, I want you to join my crew. I'm going to be the next pirate king, right? He didn't say that. One Piece reference. So he's just like, man, I don't think I can be your friend. And then as, when it was night, he was drinking, blah, blah, blah. And when morning came along, he tried sneaking away. And Meliodas saw that. Was like, hey, bro, I know what you're trying to do. Fight me. He's like, okay, don't blame me if you die. And then he's just like, bam, 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 and started to become more prideful and arrogant. So, after he lost, he was like, oh man, I lost to this guy. He understands me. He's a monster, yada, yada, yada. He thought he killed Ban at one point, but, Ban's immortal. And then, he was just welcomed into that group of, quote, monsters. So as the series goes on and he shows up, he's just like this arrogant, he's like this frail small guy who really didn't have a backbone. Or when it was daytime, he was this big hulking monster that was prideful and arrogant and basically wanted to do things by himself. So more towards the end of the series, this is where I believe he started to humble himself because he knew his power was killing him. And in order to counteract that, or not counteract it, but the more he used his powers, the more he knew that was killing him, and the more that he was killing him, the more he actually faced his demons or whatever. And he's like, man, I'm going to die, but at least I'm going to die for my friends. So when he gave up his powers back to the original holders of that power, a monster came, and he was just this frail 40-something 4-foot-something dude with a shield and sword. He was like, you know what? I am Escanor, the Lion's Inner Pride, and I'm going to give up for my friends. Nearly lost his life. Somebody came and said, it was the person the original holder of the power was like, hey man, I want to borrow sunshine again. He's like, it's going to kill you. He's like, that's fine. I want to give up my life for my friends. And I saw that, and I'm like, man, this guy is cool. Or cooler than, he was before. And he's just like, man, this dude is, he's like, I'm going to give up my life for my friends, going to do everything, blah, 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 blah. And then when he got his powers back and he joined the final fight against the Demon King, or I guess not the final fight. There was another fight after that. But when he fought the Demon King, he was like, let me do this. He wanted to do everything by himself. He didn't want his friends to get hurt, blah, blah, blah. So when he's in his pride form, he actually humbled himself a lot. Because he's like, sacrifice my life for my friends. And then later on, later in that fight, he was like, you know what? I need my friends' help to defeat the Demon King, because I can't do this by myself. And then he's like, alright. So I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing, Escanor. You were prideful. Now you learn to be humble, and then you just end up coking. So yes, that's one of my favorite character developments of anime that I've seen so far. You're muted.
You're muted, or your audio cut out or something.
I'm back. I put my mic away.
Yeah, now. I gotcha. Now I'm passing the torch back to you and be like, okay, let's hear another one of yours.
Okay. It's the only other one I have. Again, maybe people have begged to differ. I don't know. And I haven't finished the manga series, and I haven't watched season 3 or 4 yet of this anime, but King of the Court Kageyama from Haikyuu, or Hype-Q, as Frankie likes to call it.
Hey.
You know, because like back in like middle school and early on in high school, you know, he was like, they called him the king of the court because he was like super demanding and he thought he was the boss. He thought he was in charge. He was not willing to work well with his teammates or anything like that. And he was just super like irritable and all that stuff. Come along. What?
So he still kind of is irritable from last time I saw him.
Yeah. In comes sweet sunshine child Hinata. Changed his life forever. He's like, wait, I can work with people and they won't hate me. So then he started, you know, actually, you know, working with his teammates and stuff like that, and you know, he learned the true meaning of teamwork. And I honestly, again, I haven't really finished the manga or anything, so I don't know if he's changed even more, if he's like even less of a like commanding king. But yeah, another character that was like, sweet baby bean, just hold him.
But no, I'm on season 4 right now. I know there's season 4. I think there's gonna be like maybe 1 or 2 more seasons because I know the manga is done, but this anime series is still going on. I think that's a good one. I know I hated him because he's basically a Bakugo. He's like, get over here, you nerd, and all that to Hinata. He's like, I'll tell you where to go. Instead. Yeah, he's like, get over here, you dumbass. Why can't you save this spike or save the ball? And Hinata's like, shut up, I hate you. He's like, you'll never be as good as me.
Love him.
I think you just like angry men.
I do. I am very much into the intense, I don't know, intense, angry.
Real question is Chris angry?
No, but he does have a resting bitch face.
I get that. I don't have a resting bitch face. All I have is like...
You just have resting derp face like me.
Yeah. Or my derp face is like... and my neck and my chin fat comes out.
Triple chin.
I don't know. It's just more to love, so I've been told. But
more to love, but very hard to pick up.
I could do it. I just gotta go and then use my breathing techniques.
Okay.
But that's other things that aren't
What's
really
your element then, Hashira?
Thick breathing.
What'd you say?
Thick breathing.
Okay, I was like... I heard something else. I was like, sir, I thought you were straight.
No, I am. I said thick, THICCC breathing. I spell it the 3 C's. Oh, but yes, these are some really good anime people who've had some good character developments, especially like Vegeta's mentioned. I did like Bakugo's mentioned. I still don't like Bakugo. He's not like my favorite character in the show. He's not. I'm sorry. I kind of like
disbelief on her face is palpable.
You see this? Do you see this thing? Do you see this?
Yeah.
That's a little piece of heart you just broke off.
You like hot-headed men who are angry all the time. Yeah. I'm so sorry that, I like my characters to have some depth to them, right? Not death, depth.
I just like characters that I relate to, I guess.
So are you angry all the time?
No, but
screaming and yelling?
When I get angry, it is Bakugo level anger. I am a redhead.
Are you and you don't have a soul, so you don't care.
That is untrue. That is actually a myth, and I've proven it multiple times. So you can go back to sleep and shut up. Okay.
But all I'm saying is, I'm sorry that you like angry men. I like and cool,
Angry
calm
or
and
dumb?
collected.
I'm into the
Is
dumbasses. No, I'm talking about
Yeah,
Kirishima. He's my number one favorite, and he's an actual dummy.
Well, besides, what's his name that
He
has
has
the
man
spark
brain.
quirk?
That's the what word?
Spark quirk.
Kaminari.
Yeah, Denki. He's my second favorite. Again, I like the idiots.
Well, he actually becomes an idiot because he uses too much of his power.
Yeah,
it fries
and
his
that's
brain.
just a quirk flaw. I have a plushie of him, but he's too far away. I can't get him.
All right. What about you, Kennedy? You got another one that you like talking about for character development wise?
It might be controversial, but yes.
Is it what is his name? Not Shoto Tucker. Something Tucker.
Nope, not Shao Tucker.
Is this the
Okay.
Bleach one?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the Bleach ones.
Okay.
If you're caught up with the current manga, you'll know what
Obviously.
I'm going to talk about. If not, then I'm sorry, spoiler warning, Aizen.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so in the spoiler alert coming up, in the final arc of Bleach, Aizen has been in Mugen for probably like 5 years now. Because at the end of his arc, let's call it the Aizen arc at this point now. At the end of his arc, he was imprisoned and put into Mugen. 5 years in a place that's complete and utter darkness, no sights, no sound can enter. You're left alone with your thoughts. Anyway, yeah, when they sought his help, or after they sought his help, that's when they found out he was free, I think. Because, I know, Shinsui, I kept wanting to try and say his last name, but I kept wanting to say something else. I couldn't think of his last name, Kyoku. Well, when he went to go talk to him to try and ask for his help, Aizen just kind of sighed at him like, nah, I'm good, I'm here. Didn't really say anything. But, he did eventually, obviously, help by basically distracting Yuha Bach. He had the option after they defeated Yuha to basically kill Ichigo. And he decided he didn't want to do it. So, I think that was a really good development for him. Because he wanted to kill Ichigo there when their final battle happened. It was either him or Ichigo that was going to die in that battle. That's the way it was going for me, anyway. So either Aizen just didn't want to kill him or couldn't kill him because Ichigo turned into the most powerful thing next to the Soul King. Yeah, basically Aizen had the opportunity to kill his worst enemy and didn't or couldn't. Either way, development.
Yeah, I gotcha. I understand. I didn't like Aizen. I thought he was a dick.
Same.
He injured Momo or got Momo injured
Multiple times,
and and what was sad was she kept going back to him like, bruh, leave his ass alone. He's toxic. I think it was battered wife syndrome or whatever it's called. But I'm like, bro, he's toxic. Leave him alone, Momo. Shit. But yeah, and I know when you were referencing Shunshui and Aizen, I'm like, oh yeah, he can't. I know Shunshui came and talked to Aizen. He released one finger, one eye, and then a foot, because that's all the keys that he was allowed to do because the elders of the Gosei
the Serite.
Serite, the Gotei 13, sorry, is the actual name of the squads. The Serite, they were like, nah, don't release that man. He bad news. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't care, But anyways, yeah, that was a good reference. Good thing. Let's see, I know we talked about Zuko, Bakugo, Endeavor, Vegeta, Aizen, Escanor, KP's last one. King of the Court. Thank you.
Kageyama!
Yeah, those are some really good ones. The King of the Court! That is literally all I remember. Jesus, I don't know. I felt like this was a fun topic because I know there's a bunch more that we're just forgetting because we want to talk about some of the ones that I guess we like the most.
That stand out to us the most.
That stand out to us the
Or that
most,
we
yeah.
know.
Like, I know.
Because I don't know many.
One more thing. I think Steven Universe had a decent character.
Especially in Future, if you watched that yet.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen all.
My DVR
all
is
of
recorded.
Steven
I'm
Universe.
mad.
But anyway, yeah, Steven Universe had a decent. Since we're getting cartoons now, Steven Universe development because this goofball of a kid finds out that he's trying to learn how to use his powers, and then he's a derp with them. Like when he first gets them, a shield, a bubble, a spike ball, etc., etc.
And jump into a bunch of cats.
Yeah, I remember that. And then, like in a future series, he had all this emotional trauma because of his mother leaving behind this, BS thing doing this BS thing that she did. And I'm like, yo, fuck Rose Quartz. I'm sorry, but fuck Rose Quartz. She fucked up my boy Steven.
All right, so that was us discussing our favorite or most inspirational character developments in anime. I know I kind of toned down at the end there. I kind of phased out for a bit. Either way, I will catch you guys in the next video. So until then, stay true, stay you, and stay quiet. Bye.
Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient, and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching.